Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Barbells and Banter podcast. This is episode 12, and today we're going to be doing a open worlds preview, despite this being day two as we're recording this. So we did our predictions on Friday before all the lifting kicked off, and then the groups that have already went, we will comment on how they did compared to our predictions. Got Bobby, Charlie, and Adam with me here. So we're going to be taking it in turns for each of our weight classes, and so we're going to be doing it podium choices and why, the predictions of any incidents or upsets. So anything just coming out of the ordinary. Um, Certain lifters that it could be close between, and any podium contenders, and hot takes on the class that could be controversial, and a good topic to talk about. So we're gonna have Bobby start off with the 59s. Bobby, take it away.
So, 59's very eventful session. I'm just going to run through my predictions first, and then we can sort of look back and see what I got right and a lot of things that I got wrong. Um, so I had Mike winning with about 6:55. I said Ivan tries to pull for first and misses. Um, I then expected Mike to load up for 670, the open world record, but I had him missing it. I said Kwaku surprise podium just because he had been a bit mysterious going into it. He cut off a lot of the training lifts, just showing the bar speed. So I didn't have much to go off in the last couple of weeks from him. I said technical issues from Ivan running into on bench, and Mike misses at least one squat on depth. So I had podium, Mike, second, Kwaku, and third, Ivan. Reason behind that was I thought that Ivan was gonna be forced to put too much on the bar that he could load, and then miss it. But basically, what happened was, I'm sure everyone has seen it. Um, Mike pulled into first on his second attempt by quite a big margin. Um, and Ivan ended up having to pull 290 to pull ahead of him. And then Mike only had to add 2 kilos onto his deadlift to beat him. But it was quite a big jump. It's been controversial. I've seen a lot of people say it was a bad handling job. Um, it probably wasn't the smartest idea. I think what he was doing was he was looking towards the open record and he wasn't looking behind him at Ivan, and he sort of underestimated what Ivan could pull. Um, but Ivan ended up locking it up. Mike went out for his last deadlift and missed it on grip at the top. You can actually see the ref giving him the down command, and then it just pops out of his hand.
So if he held it for
Um,
another second or two, or
so
half second.
Yeah, what I got right was Ivan did run into some technical issues on bench. Bench has been a controversial one in these opening couple days. A lot of missed attempts. If you've ever seen Ivan's bench, it's a very technical thing, and I just think there's a lot that can go wrong and sometimes does go wrong. He has a massive bench. He did 2.5 kilos under his max, but he went 1 for 3. He did 150. And Mike surprisingly hit depth for once. Usually he cuts it short, but I think the undershot squat a wee bit. They took 5 kilos under his max. But all in all, very exciting class. It's sort of the first time that I've actually tuned into the 59s and
Same.
been really focused and not known who was going to win. And that was a big shock. So yes, Ivan going to Sheffield, and the 670 kilo Sergey Fedosenko total just stands for another year until Justin beats it at Sub Junior Worlds.
Yeah,
Probably, maybe.
I
Any
actually
comments?
I was watching because I was doing my bench part of my SBD yesterday. Whenever Mike was, I think it was like third to last attempt on third deads I tuned in for, and Mike had loaded up 305, and he took quite a long time to set up, and I just sort of had like a slight hunch that he wasn't gonna get it. I don't know
A
why.
second one sort of looked a bit rushed, but
Mm,
he's that really snappy sumo lifter. Like
yeah,
he pulls with straps all the time. He's pulled over 300 kilos countless times with straps.
yeah,
He has pulled 301 without straps before in competition, so he's definitely good for it. But I think it really did come down to strategic and
yeah.
just attempt management selection
I
and
just
game
thought
plan.
the 303 must have took it out of him, and then like the way that he was setting up, like it took him a long time. Like as you say, he's a bit more of a snappy lifter, or like he's a bit like the other attempts that I watched. He didn't really wait for too long, but he waited for longer on the third. Just kind of seen a bit of hesitation, and I was kind of thinking to myself as I was watching it, he's not hitting this. He didn't.
And yes, yeah, a good battle for third though. It was Takayama sort of didn't have the day he wanted. He's a very hit or miss lifter. But then it was up to Kwaku and Anton Garcia. And it really, I was struggling between the two and I picked Kwaku at the end of it. But Anton just chipped him by about 5 kilos. And I don't think it was just in the other man's range. But yeah, it's good to see the lighter weight classes start to be quite exciting to
Yeah.
watch. And yeah,
Charlie, do you
I
want to take
saw.
the 47s? Or
Uh,
sorry.
just one thing to add for the 59s. I saw on it was Mike's Instagram. He tore both his thumbs right at the
Yeah.
end of his
yeah, hook
uh,
grip.
305, which was the first thing that was happening to him. So I think like since I have seen he uses straps and training, it might be just a wee bit of under conditioning of the thumbs. Didn't really
But
help.
you think maybe not taking over 300 kilos twice would
Which,
probably
yeah,
put him at less risk for
Yeah.
that. No doubt,
doesn't
no
help.
doubt he had the strength for 305. He stood up with it, but it just comes down to grip. And as soon as you
Yeah.
cut for that much, like a 59, your grip just goes sometimes when you're water
Yeah.
cutting and stuff.
Because 303 was quite snappy, quite fast. So
Yeah. 47s. We've got a lot of classes to cover, so
yeah.
we're swiftly moving.
Okay, so I had for my podium I had Turbo Tiff at first, Leanne Lee second, and third was Amelie Pitcher Plante, which I thought was fair enough because of what the like nominations and then I've like training totals. Tiff had 452.5, which is 1 kilo over her record. Leanne Lee, her training was a wee bit hidden. The last thing I saw was 435 quite comfortably. Bar bench was quite a struggle, but 190 double was very easy for her. And then Amelie was 450 total, 157.5 squat, 102.5 bench, and 190 deadlift. For my upsets, I had Tiff was going to miss her third squat, shooting for the record again, which allowed the other two to catch up. But from what I've heard, that did not happen, where she took the record again for 170.5 instead of was it
Yeah,
169 was what she hit in
very still.
Sheffield.
Moved very good. Yeah.
My hot take was after Tiff missing her third squat and allowing the other two to catch up, Amelie would pull for the win, which
Didn't happen.
reasonable. That didn't happen, but uh, ended up having Tiff was first, Amelie second, and Leanne came third overall. I heard
Yeah.
Leanne didn't have quite a good day, going 3 for 9.
3 for 9, 4 for 9 ish, 5 for 9
Yeah,
at the most. She definitely missed two benches. She definitely missed. I'm pretty sure she missed two squats, and she
Yeah, she missed
missed all her
each squat
openers.
1, 2, or 3 even.
Yeah, she missed all her openers, which is concerning.
Yeah.
Not her day. Not her day. But still
Yeah.
She
ended up
did.
with a good
She
total.
had very, very short jumps in squat, like very small.
Yeah.
Looking at it, she went 132 to 145 to 150. I mean, between first and second, it's a fair jump, but not very big jumps at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tiff ended up with 453, which is 1.5 kilos over her
And
Yeah.
record.
absolutely cruised it. Like
Yeah.
Easy.
that if you seen the last deadlift, like she had I know she's a smaller lifter, but she had 5 to 7 on that deadlift. And when you're at
Hence turbo.
yeah, when you're at that top end of best in the sport, like 5 kilos, 7 kilos is a lot when you
Yeah.
put it in the world record.
Yeah, no, it'd be good to see what happens in Sheffield with the
Yeah, I can't
47s.
wait.
It's an exciting
And
class despite being one of the lighter ranges.
Yeah, because
to be
there's such littler jumps as well.
yeah, there was a lot of bench controversy, as I mentioned earlier. 5 of the A group missing their bench out of 8. Um, I think Tiff just took what she needed. She had a game plan. She didn't look around her. She just knew what she was going to hit and knew that they didn't have that in the tank. Elbow depth being a very big thing in this World Championships. We'll see if the trend continues or if the lifters will adapt to seeing that these refs give the calls. I think Bench Worlds was quite recently. I didn't hear any issues with elbow depth or thrusting. Obviously, that came on as new rule. Um, but of course, when you're starting with the lighter classes, you're going to see that more. But I think as we get deeper in, we'll just sort of it'll peter out and stop becoming a topic of conversation.
So 66er now?
66s.
Yeah. Hang on. So for 66s, in first, I had, by the way, I'm going to absolutely chop these, by the way. My predictions were actually really far off, but I had Kyoto.
Yes.
Kyoto, yeah.
I had him for first. Um,
Okay.
obviously ended up coming third. No, I tell you utter lie. I did have him third. I had no, I didn't. No, yeah, I'm right. Never mind. Sorry. Yeah, I had him coming in at third. He was looking really strong in training. He was. But going into it, he missed his third squat at 242, but his first and second looked quite good. Um, he missed his opener for bench as well. Going in at second, I had originally Jordan, no, Joseph Jordan. He did come second. He had quite a decent day. He only missed 2 lifts, which was his third squat and his second bench, going over pulling third dead with 300, which is a fair pull to have in under 66. Like, going in for third, I originally had. Where's my third
First.
one? Hmm?
Was it her first?
What do you mean?
Shell.
Shell.
The
Yeah,
man.
yep. So I had him going in for third. Again, he pulled for first. And he ended up having quite a good day indeed. He went 9 for 9 overall, hitting in with a 310 third deadlift. He went 187 for bench 3 and 257.5 third squat. His training, to be fair, looking back at his training whenever I did look into it, his training was very, very strong. It was really strong. I had on surprise podium for it was Nikolai
Austin.
Austin. Yep. Who did come in fourth. Between him and Kota,
Kyoto?
It was, yep, that one. It was a fair gap, 15 kilos for a gap, but I thought he might have had it in him to pull it through because, again, his training looked good as well, but unfortunately, just for the day for him. He did miss some very big lifts that could have tightened that gap by a lot or possibly taken it, but unfortunately, he missed it. 6 was a good battle. It was a very big gap. Kajel won very comfortably at a 7.55 total, with Joseph coming in at a 7.15 second, and then of course Kota coming in at 7.5. So it was there was quite big gaps between our podiumers, but it was still good to watch. Everybody looked very content. There was no big real errors out in the platform for any of them, but it was just a very comfortable. I think everybody knew what was going to happen by the time they got their squats done.
Yeah.
Yeah,
52s now?
I think.
Or, sorry, Will.
Well, I think Gel was always gonna win it. He has the spread sort of on the 66 class that Austin has on the 74 class. In my opinion, he didn't have the best.
He looking back
he
into it,
dropped.
definitely looking back into it, this is probably one of his worser days, and it has been better.
Yeah, he dropped 10 kilos off of his best bench at 66. I expected him to put something up closer to 770, but again, he probably just wanted to achieve the 95% of the world record to get back to Sheffield. Um, he originally stated that he was never doing a 66 cut again, and then he showed
And they
up to
come up to
Sheffield.
Sheffield.
I remember, yeah, I remember being in the crowd, and the photo of him was going around Instagram with the shaved head, and we were like, "Oh, he is in contention for winning this Sheffield." But yeah, some very enjoyable lifting
What
to
did he place
watch.
again at Sheffield?
Austin,
Second?
85. It was
was
close
it
to.
second?
I think he was second.
It was, yeah.
If my Wi-Fi is quick enough. Hang on.
Austin was obviously first.
Was Austin Shell and then
Yeah, Austin Shell
yeah, Austin
Etienne.
Shell Etienne.
Yeah.
at 10.
Because Etienne is
Yeah,
Etienne loaded the big deadlift. So 52s on the me.
52s. Another class that competed today.
Yeah. So I think wasn't mine right. I think I had Megan Lee Smith. Obviously, she was nominated in first.
Yeah,
I was quite interested to see how this went down since Evie Corrigan moved up. But yeah, I had Megan Lee Smith in first, and because I looked at her training and I saw all. Sorry, my tab is slightly slow or slightly smaller. In training, she hit 477 with 172 squat, 112 bench, and 192 or 192.5 for two deadlift. Then all moved pretty well except her squat, which I predicted well because Bobby didn't she miss her opener squat?
he missed her opener squat on down up movement. It looked like a misgroove, but it also looked quite heavy. She retook it in a second, obviously because she still has that spread on the rest of them.
Yeah. Yeah, so I said all moved pretty well except squat, and her holding the current total world record just to extend it. Possibly. What did she. Sorry, I'm a little bit unprepared for the 52s. What did she
She
hit
hit
today?
588.5. The world record is no 488.5. The record is 490, I believe, from Evie Corrigan, who another New Zealand lifter who moved up. She did actually come out to pull for the world record, which you'd be quite surprised of. I think Sheffield takes a lot of the excitement out of, oh, he might break the world record by 30 kilos because
Yeah,
they won't do that. They'll just save it for when they can
Sheffield.
get paid $1,000 for it.
Exactly. Because then if they extend the
Yeah.
world record too much, then they might not have it at Sheffield.
You hit it pretty bang on, to be fair. You predicted the podium,
Yeah.
right?
Well, the podium was the same as the nominations because it was a bit of a big gap between first and second, and I hadn't seen any of Plune or Catherine's training, except Plune. She was nominated at 464, so about a 20 kilo gap between her and Megan Lee. Her most recent training I saw was 8 weeks ago, and about her having the current Euro squat in total and world squat.
Extended the squat record.
She extended the squat record.
Yeah.
Then Catherine, I hadn't seen any training since December, so I didn't really know what could have happened. I know Catherine's from Canada, isn't she? Yeah, she took very
Yes.
small jumps on bench, so she did. Was something I
We'll
realised, but
usually see that when you're at the lighter classes, you know.
yeah,
2.5 kilos can be like a normal jump for them.
yeah. Yeah, 2.5 kilos between her and Plune. And then obviously a good near 30 kilos between Megan Lee and Plune. So there wasn't really a close battle, but I did say that Megan could only lose if she missed a lot, which she didn't, because, or like, I said if she misses a lot, but she's a pretty decent lifter for hit rates, so I didn't think it was going to happen, and it didn't really happen because she only missed her opener squat and final deadlift, and extended the bench world record, which was another prediction that I had. And yeah, so podium was the same, and Megan did the bench record, so I think I was pretty spot on.
Yeah, excited to see her at Sheffield. She definitely has 500 on a good day in her.
Yeah. I think Ryan was talking about on the commentary about her hit being good for 500.
Yeah, if she pieces it together, obviously she had a bad start to squat, and she was probably expecting to squat something like 180 with a 167 kilo opener, at least 180. Bench went well for her, and then she missed her final deadlift, which was an extra 5 kilos. So if she hits those, she's on for it. Like, I know she's hit it in training before. She just needs to piece it together in the day.
Yeah. Any other questions or any other comments?
No.
So
No.
74s, Adam.
Yep. So coming in for first, biased or not, I think you agree with me though. It has to be the one, the only. Has to be Big Perks.
Of course.
Has to be.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just has to be Perks. Coming in, so we all know it's going to be Perks that wins. He's got, I think it's now, he's closing in a 100 kilo lead almost. I think. Correct me if I'm wrong. It's near enough 100 kilo lead.
It's 91 kilo, 91.5 kilo on nominations.
Yeah.
But we're expecting like second, third to put up like 930s ish. No, 830s.
Yeah.
I mean.
Yeah. I think. I mean, there's no debate that Perk's gonna win. Like everyone says powerlifting sport. We're only going against yourself at this point. Austin's in that realm. He's literally only competing against himself to be better. He doesn't really have a weakness. He really doesn't. He's strong at everything. He's good frame. He's got good techniques. He's got good forms. He's just an all round amazing powerlifter. I had him coming in at a 341. 341 and a half, a 207 and a half, and a 343 dead. Which I think are pretty strong. Total 892. I have a funny feeling they'll come
Sheffield.
What?
Just to extend
What?
Sheffield.
Yeah, I think he'll extend it. Like he's just better every come. There is no stopping him.
Yeah.
Like he just gets better. And then going in the second.
No, go on ahead.
Going in the second, I'm gonna butcher his name again. Baltazar.
Balthazar, yeah.
Yeah, from France. He's gonna come in with just chipping the 800. total at 805. I'm trying to read my own writing here. Hang on. He's got a comfortable gap on everyone else. He's kind of like Perks in his own ways, only for second. He's comfortable where he is. He's got a gap over those who's fighting for that bronze. He's comfortable coming that second. He's got everything in him to fight for second if anyone even did challenge him for it. Again, he's been around for a while. He knows what he's doing. He's all round a pretty good powerlifter. Coming in at third, I had Clinton with, again, a massive drop off from our top two at around the 765 total. It's a narrow lead, or narrow hold for third between our surprise podium. His deadlift is extremely strong though, and he has that. We've seen it before where he has that mentality all the way straight through the third deadlifts. He holds a very strong resilience for it. He almost has a slight near advantage in the fact of how resilient he is. As long as he doesn't mess up any attempts, and he holds his attempts for that 765, possibly 770 total, he will get third. Given that being said, my surprise podium was to Chun Chaya, because his total at the minute is a 765.5 nominated, which for the nominations is only a half a kilo behind Clinton's. That's going to be a very, very interesting battle for third. Very interesting. Again, they're both incredibly well-rounded powerlifters. He pulls a 200 kilo bench. It's just insane. The gap's just so small. It's gonna be really, really tight and intense, and it's gonna be very impressive to watch how that plays out. I mean, we all watch for Perks to win, but to watch that third, I think it's gonna be very, very fun to watch.
Yeah,
Do we think
I
that
think
Perk hits 900? Sorry,
What
Bobby.
is it?
I'll let Bobby go
I
ahead.
think the only real question is who's getting third place and if Chun Chia is gonna outbench Austin Perkins.
Yeah,
I've actually seen him in training. He's definitely put up 220. I could almost swear that he's put up 230 in training.
Yeah,
After bench worlds.
Haven't seen
I
that.
remember saying it, and but yes, benchers can fall apart in the day and they can lose 20 kilos. We've
yeah,
seen it before. He has hit 215.5 on the platform. But it's going to be an exciting bench battle for the bench enthusiasts.
yeah.
Like
Because we
yourself.
know that Austin Perkins, yeah, that's the only thing I'm going to be watching. We know Austin Perkins put up 220 in the gym twice now, maybe 215 a
that was
few
in the same
times.
week. He hit 220 twice in the same week.
Yeah, but he missed in Sheffield. I think the record is 215.5 or something like that.
The
But yeah,
bench,
it's gonna be interesting.
for the 74s is held by Chun Chia, which
Yeah,
sits in at 215.5 a minute, which he's held since 2000. Or he's hit last year at Sheffield, I think. Right?
I don't
Worlds.
think I
World,
remember.
world. Yep.
Worlds.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, world. Yep. Um, but for I think Perks might come through, and this might be mad to say, but I think he might try and chip his squat record. He holds the
I
world
don't think
record.
that's mad.
He holds it. He's capable of doing it, and I think he might try it.
I don't think he'll try at Worlds. I think at Worlds he's gonna get 850 because that's over like the 95%. Go to Sheffield and then smash 900 plus
Yeah, because
if he
it's
goes well.
like a 5-month prep,
He
so he
very
could add a whole
Yeah,
lot more.
he very controversially took, what was it, 3 attempts, 4 attempts last year,
by 4
6
attempts,
attempts.
2 squats, 1
Did
bench, 1 deadlift.
Some people liked it, some people didn't like it. But I imagine him doing something similar and just getting back to Sheffield. This is really just a
Yeah.
bump in the road for him. Just a wee box to tick off.
I'm
I
not
just
sure.
want to see him go
I
hard.
think he might push it just because he is so close to hitting it. I think he might just wrap out the way. He might hold it off till Sheffield because, like you said, he might hit the 95% and take it there. But I don't know. I see him hitting at Worlds.
I
Money,
just
money,
don't think
money.
there's much of a reason pushing his
Yeah.
record too much at Worlds to go then try and beat it by even more at
Yeah, 'cause
Sheffield.
like we mentioned earlier about the payout.
Yeah. It's also
Yeah.
more so the fact that like if he hits 900, he'd probably have to hit like 910 plus maybe to even come closest to winning, depending on who's all going. But if he keeps his record's 891, 891 and a half, round about there.
Something like
Yeah.
that.
And
Yeah.
like what he's put
91.5.
he's put 910 up in training. I don't think he'd take the risk of extending his record too far to then try and push it again even further
then
this year in
fall
November.
short, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah. I do think that third place fight is going to be very, very interesting though.
Yeah.
Next.
So 57s.
57s.
I also had the 57s. So I have on nominations, I have Sarah Naldi with 530.5 nominated, and in training she did 195 squat, and she actually hid some of her weights. She hit her weight on bench. I'm thinking it's between 100 to 105. Bobby might need to correct me. And a 220 double on deadlift. But she seems to be she seems to be videoing, but without the weight in the video. And that was 2 to 3
Like her
weeks out.
best bench. Yeah, her best bench is 105. So
maybe a wee bit more.
well, she's done heavier at a heavier weight, but she's sitting around that range. She's nominated with a 105 kilo bench.
Yeah. So what's the record?
Oh, it's probably a right bit up. I wouldn't expect.
Yeah.
I see a 121. There's a Swedish woman that I believe holds it. Yes, but carry on while
I'm also looking. I then had Joy Namani in second. Same nominated podium. She had 520.5, and she doesn't really post training, but I'd say she's a good contender for first, and she's hit 527.5 at a 60 kilo body weight. I think that was at World Games. I think.
Yeah, she's an
World
exciting
Games.
one. Yeah, she's an exciting one to watch, especially last deadlift. Like, I think I've heard stories of her just deciding not to wear knee sleeves on the day just because she feels just doesn't feel like it. She walks about just chilling with like lolly in her mouth the entire time.
Yeah.
And she'll come out and then just pull like 240 kilos.
Yeah. And then in third I had Pal Sovan Fractra, I think is how you pronounce it. She was nominated at 502.5, so, and she doesn't post training either. So I'm not sure if she'll pull into second or she'll hold off people contending for podium. But from what I looked at her open powerlifting, her progression is quite slow. I didn't actually note down what her age is because that could be a thing that factors into it.
Her age, she's like 36.
35.
She's born in
something like that.
1991. 35.
35. That could be a thing. I think. See, because since Evie Corrigan moved up, she was nominated at 490, but I think she could pull into podium or pull into second highest. I don't think she'll pull into first and just completely dominate the weight class. I haven't seen enough of hers, but I kind of feel like if she's going up a weight class, do you think she might go back? She might aim for Sheffield qualification again?
I don't
Or
think she qualifies for Sheffield this time.
could this just be a
I
piece of
think
the
she
puzzle for
is.
going to next Sheffield?
Yeah, she's just sitting there waiting for someone to mess up on the podium and then
Yeah.
take her chance. Because realistically, third place is currently nominated at 502, which is 12
Yeah.
kilos over what Evie has hit, and a weight class and about 12 kilo will be fine. Like, it's very doable.
Just depends how much she can
Yeah,
put on with the 5 kilo body weight.
yeah, I think they might be scrapping at the top and like pulling for first and stuff, and then she might just sneak in there.
Yeah. Like maybe if both second and first miss their final pulls, maybe. Depends.
Yeah, I think it's a thing of Joy either comes in first or she comes in third, or off podium. I don't think she pulls for second. There's only a 10 kilo gap, and realistically, if Sarah misses a pull or misses an attempt, she's in there. Like, I also think that she might be injured. Just now that I'm talking out
Who's
loud.
Sarah?
Yeah.
Didn't actually look into that part.
I remember an Italian being injured at Sheffield, and it was an adductor injury, and she couldn't pull sumo, so she had to pull conventional, but she still pulled.
I yeah, I
Is
don't
it
know who.
Sarah?
I think so.
It's either Sarah or Chiara, but I think it is Sarah. So
Chiara
maybe
Bernardi.
that spot is open up for Joy. She might be running away with it, depending on what sort of shape that Sarah's showing up in.
Yeah. I'm just looking at Sarah's 2 weeks out, and she looks fine. I'd like to say.
Is she pulling conventional or sumo?
She's pulling sumo.
It was Kiara.
Must be Kiara,
yes.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mix all the Italians up. Just take all that information
I missed
and apply
I
it
missed the
to
French women, or I
Greece.
mixed the French women and the Italian women up. I nearly thought Leia Bavoil was Italian for a second. And else, I also said actually that Bobby Butters is in there as well. That I think it could be between her and Evie pulling for podium, and Pal fighting off podium contenders. I'd say.
Definitely possible. I mean, she has been a few. Has she been at 2 Sheffields now? Bobby Butters. I remember seeing her. She's a very, very passionate lifter. She shouts and screams, and she is the Ricky Mullen of the 57-kilo weight class.
Ricky Mullen mentioned. Oh, he'll be
I love that.
here.
Ricky, get in the comments.
Ricky, give us more comments. Right. 83 kilo men. Very. I actually really enjoyed recapping this. I don't think, or no, actually, I put down the nomination for the podium, but I think it could be between the top four, or like it could be anyone's game for top three at least. And then there's Anna in there as well. I think Joe B could be first, considering after his travel issues from Sheffield and not being able to bring 900 to the platform multiple times, or not not being able to bring high 890, 900 and around that range. If he nails it at Worlds, then I think he'll be good for podium or good for first. I have Jurens in there at second, and he's nominated at 872.5 from, I believe, his Sheffield performance. And
Yeah,
Joe was
give it away.
892.5. And in training, Joe hit 270 for 2 for squat, 212.5 bench, and a 330 double on deadlift 2 weeks out. And he is good at turnarounds, besides his known for bad adaptation to travel because of Sheffield. Jurens, he looks pretty good for first. Same with Ade.
He's looking
Ade,
very nice.
I think it could be another 2024 World situation with Jurens maybe pulling for the win. But I have Ade's obviously nominated at 842.5, but if a lot of you are chronically online, you've seen that Ade pulled 900 or put up 900 in training.
Yeah.
I have
mean,
a date 22nd of May.
His nominated deadlift is 337.5, and like
Yeah, he's
we
at
all know that
380.5.
isn't representative. There's a 50-kilo spread between him and Joe
Yeah,
on paper.
but
He
not
really hasn't
realistically.
pieced together a day. Yeah.
So I think if Ade goes perfect day, he could be coming out first. I'd say it would be between him and Jurens to pull for first, and Joe just trying to fight them off. So I think either Jurens or Ade upset the pull for win. And however, if Joe does pull in with good adaptation to travel, I think he can stay in first and go back to Sheffield. As I said, we also have Enna in there with. I actually saw one of his stories. He's aiming for a 400 kilo deadlift, so I think he'll definitely have last pull because he'll load anything, just for this, just for the sake of it. I actually
We sort
didn't
of
see.
know.
Go ahead.
We sort of know how the polls are gonna go, though. Like realistically, it's gonna be Jurens. Out of the top four, after the top four, it sort of falls off quite fast.
Yeah.
It's gonna go. Jurens is gonna pull, in my opinion, to secure a Sheffield place again. I think he's just gonna keep chipping away at his total and get
Yeah.
whatever 90-something% of the world record, which is held by Joe right now. I have Ade winning it. I think he's just due that day, and I do
Yeah.
think that
And if he
Anna
doesn't fall
pulls
back on any
400.
deadlifts either,
Yeah, balance.
maybe do Mike Slavic a bit of good.
Yes, he'll.
But yeah, I think
Yeah.
it could be between Jurens and Ade to pull for the win. Enna in there for a 400 kilo deadlift load up maybe, because we've seen him load it before and he's pulled it off the ground. He just hasn't pulled it. He hasn't locked out. And yeah, Joe B, bad reputation for falling short due to travel at international. And I think it could be a Jurens final pull or Ade final pull into first, just like 2024 Worlds with Russ.
I'd love to
Yeah.
see Ade just edge out above Joe, especially
Yeah.
like if both of them. If Ade has a good day, especially on his deadlifts, it'd be fun to see 283s officially breaking the 900 kilos on an international platform.
Yeah, and they're both relatively young, so it'd be nice to see.
Yeah, especially Ade, it would be good to see someone GB going
I
Yeah.
think.
900.
Yeah, I think Joe's left vulnerable. Even though he is nominated first, I think that the back to back preps
Yeah.
hasn't left him much of like time to actually grow and actually
Yeah.
train. Like he made most of his progress when he jumped from 75s or 74s, whatever you want to call it, till 83s, and he had big blocks to build and build and build. And then all of a sudden he put up this massive total. He got on everyone's radar. He then extended it by about 30 kilos, and he's sort of just slowed down since then.
Yeah. And then obviously he came off a bad Sheffield performance and went into PA Nats winning 892.5. So it could either be a repeat of Sheffield or he has a perfect day. Or like has a good day but not good enough to beat Ade or Durance.
Yeah.
I'd love to see an
think
Ade
Ade's-
perfect day.
Yeah.
Ade's training looks interesting.
Yeah.
If you've watched it,
I've seen parts. It looks good.
Same.
it looks good, but I'm wondering, can he execute on the platform? Like, so sometimes it looks like he's reaching. He has recently got a new coach. A few months ago.
Yeah.
What was Swolfasser? What's his
I don't know
name?
the name. I just knew about the new coach.
He's
But
Ashton
he was self-coached for quite a while.
I know exactly who
Yes,
you're
he
on about.
was.
Um,
I can't recall his name, but he's a coach of a lot of the big lifters.
like it's Swole something because I know who it is because I follow him on Instagram.
We'll see how he goes.
Yeah.
Anything else to add?
I don't think so.
No.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see Anna load up anything as well.
Oh,
Because
They
it
always
won't
loads
remember-
of anything anyways.
it won't be on the last pill. It'll just be Anna just loading up 400, 405. Just
he won't be on
something to-
podium though. He won't be on
No.
podium unless.
not with the big hitters.
Well, he could if it comes down to Ade takes this massive swing and misses, and then Anna comes onto his podium again.
Yeah.
But
sneaks
like
up.
as you mentioned, he's got 400 to his knees multiple times.
And
He's
he's
lifted
said he's aiming for it.
377. Yeah, he's lifted 377 a couple of times now in his last two competitions, and it has looked so speedy. But he's only loaded it because of money reasons. Like he's gonna win X amount of pound for coming second or first, or so it's been the deadlift that he's been forced to load. I know that
Yeah.
he's took like 375 before, and then he's had to jump 2.5 kilos to secure the place. And I think he was pretty mad about that. I remember him coming out and being a bit pissed off at his coach that he actually loaded it. But he wants 400. He'll probably get it loaded this time. Does he pull it? Is always
Does
a
he
question.
pull there? Or further? Maybe. I think if he's talking about it, he might have it. It just depends on the day he has.
He's been talking about it for the last 5 years.
True. But who knows? Maybe one
It'd
of
be
these times he
unreal
could
to
actually
say.
pull it.
Does any 93s pulled anywhere close to 400 yet?
Well, with 380.
Will Ball.
That's it.
Closest you're gonna get.
Yeah.
So he could skip the 93s, be the first 83 to pull 400 if it happens.
Yeah, and probably one of the
Yeah.
highest deadlifts in
No,
tested
the-
powerlifting.
Yeah. The time you get into the 400s range when you go to the 405s, when you have that British guy that does the massive deadlift. You all know who I'm
Dylan
talking about.
Sanchez.
Yes, Dylan
Yeah, the one.
Sanchez.
Yeah,
You have someone that pulled it in age division nationals.
Hunter Olsen.
400.5. Mental. But yeah, it's an exciting class, and it's 83s are always gonna be fun to watch.
Yeah.
It's head neck to neck and neck.
Plus, it's also
Yeah.
like basically everyone bar Adam here is an 83 as well, so it's kind of Our class to watch.
Hits home a wee bit.
I'm a 93,
Yeah.
mate, actually. I'm a 93.
Yeah.
Going up.
93 at heart.
I'm getting bigger. I actually wake up as a 93.
Oh god.
Um,
Yeah, I'm approaching 74s right now.
I'm just
you're
in the
tiny,
middle.
tiny, small.
I've been
Sorry,
sitting
I'm
at 81 since like
sorry.
March.
I'm walking about as an 83 right now. I'm walking about 81 kilos. Sorry.
So we're all
You're
83s.
you walking about the same weight as me.
Oh, he came back from South Africa and he was like 83 point something, and I was like 82, and I was like,
I was,
you way heavier than me.
I was 83.6 kilos whenever I came back, and I cut down to 78. Then I lost it all again.
You went as a 74, came back as a 93. Or
83.
yeah,
Uh,
I want you to bear in mind I was only away for 13 days.
that's like whenever I went
Bobby, you
away to
should take
America
this into
at 80.
account.
What?
I didn't mean.
Yeah.
You
Are we
forget
going
Ethan,
on
you
to the
need Michael
63s
Collin.
now?
Right.
To be fair, I'm cutting. I'll be fine. I'll be fine.
You'll be fine. Right.
No one
63s,
apart.
Charlie?
Just before you go, I'm
63s.
going to quickly go to the bathroom. So I'll be back in a
We can-
second.
You aren't really needed for a while. You should be alright.
I'll be back in a second anyway.
That's grand.
Right, so
Right.
yeah. 63s?
63s. I have Alba Bostrom first, nominated 582.5. I have Kira Bernardi at 542.5. And at third, I have Betty Abora, nominated 501. I haven't seen much training from Alba. I've seen a
She's not a poster.
reasonably easy, I would say 230 deadlift from her, which is on one of her more recent posts. Nothing from Kira Bernardi, bar the fact that her best total is 560 as a 63. So it'd be good to see. And then Betty Abora hit the last training was 502.5 at Euros. My instance, I think Alba will take the lead against Kiara after bench. The squats are very similar. It's like 205 to 200. Bench is where is it? 140 to 127.5. And then deadlifts are similar with 237.5 to 232. I think Alba takes the lead against Kiara after bench, but I think Kiara will do a Hail Mary for third to try and steal first from Alba and get that like 95%. I have a hot take that Betty Abora pulls a world record deadlift for the 63s because her 227.5 at Euros was not a third, was not hard enough.
I think she's pulled up to 240 kilos. Before.
Yeah. So I think it'll be. Do we know what the 63 deadlift record is?
I believe it is Betty's, from what I know.
Hold a second. Every time I open
Is
Goodlift,
it?
it's equipped records. Hold on. Yeah, Betty's, and it is 241.
I think she
remember
tried
it
and
being
chip
really.
a record.
It was really weird because she was at Euros or something, and she had pulled 240, but in a different international competition at like NIPF or something. Another
Yeah.
63 had pulled 240.5. So like the record hadn't been standing for like 6 hours before someone else was breaking it. And it was just lucky that I think she ended up on the other side of it so that she could see what the other girl had done. Young lifter, progressing fast. Euros Open champion.
Yeah.
World's junior champion.
For Betty, we're talking about, yeah.
Yeah.
She's only a year younger than Alba,
Betty.
too.
Yeah.
They're all quite
I think-
close in age.
I think we all consider Alba to be. We forget that she's young just because she's that good.
Yeah, because
But she is
she
a
was
lot
not too
of.
long ago.
She has a lot of years in her.
Yeah.
And if you watched her at Sheffield, she can grind a squat.
Oh,
Yeah.
Wait, I missed that squat. I was looking over and I was talking to Reese while it was happening, and all we could hear was screaming and screaming and screaming. We looked back and she was still only about halfway through the rep.
oh.
Crazy.
Now you know to not look away. For August
Don't look
squats.
away in Sheffield.
Yeah.
I had to get a pint.
I was actually listening to Barbells of DS, and they said they did that between bench. Like everybody
Pints
just
at
left for a
Sheffield was
pint for
brilliant.
bench.
And a new stadium next year.
Oh, and we're all going.
Oh yeah.
Apologies, my computer just crashed.
That's okay. Work away.
That's
All good.
hold on.
I can
That's
I
okay.
can pause
Charlie,
if
I
you
don't
need.
mind.
Should we pause it?
Hello, welcome to the
Well,
match.
Hello, I'm
if you would
back.
Are we
like.
good now? Right. I was gonna pause it
I'm
then.
all good. Okay. Apologies.
Anything else?
Yes, I just saw here Betty Abora's best total is 518.5, so a good 17 kilos on her nominated total. So it'd be good to see something big for her, probably pushing 520s, hopefully maybe more.
Yeah.
Second open world appearance though for her, so
Is it?
yeah, hopefully nerves don't get in the way of her performance.
She's well tested on the junior side, though. She has that experience.
Aye,
So
that'll be handy for her. But yeah, second open worlds.
Kiara and Alba both have the same nominated squat as well, which could
What's
be
it sitting at?
interesting. 205.
yeah,
Yeah, it'll be
So it could be close on
that
squats. Then
close on
Alba has
squats,
the
but
edge on bench.
yeah, that's why I'm saying
20 kilo
Kiara
split.
will try and pull for
and
the
then
win.
Yeah.
you have to think is Chiara healthy enough to deadlift maximally with sumo?
Kiara.
She's been pulling conventional in the very small amounts of training I've seen.
Or like she can still pull a lot conventional, but she can't pull as much as she would do on sumo.
Let's see, what's her?
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. She's doing conventional.
What's that?
Adductor injury. A lot of injuries coming into this World Championships. A lot of people dropped out or just competing injured.
Yeah. Amanda dropped out last minute.
Amanda dropped out. We heard that news like yesterday.
No, I think it was 2 days ago.
2 days
Was
ago.
it?
But yeah, we'll talk about that when we
Reach
move
the
to
84s.
84s. 93s. Unless
Yeah.
anyone has. I will be back in 2 minutes.
Right, so yeah, no, nothing more with the 63s, no.
No, it'd just be actually, yeah. Hopefully, because at Sheffield there was the whole thing about bench, Alba
Depth.
and Meg Scanlon.
Yeah.
They both had the problems with bench, so hopefully she's taken that into account. Because I haven't seen anything from her training. She's been very sneaky.
Meg's a 69 now, I just realised.
She's moved up.
Yeah.
It's fair. But yeah, no, that's everything for 63
Yeah, sure,
for me.
even... Actually, no, sure the rules got moved till after Sheffield. So...
But still, some of them are still in place because, like, loads of people, especially Alba and Meg, they're big thrusters for bench,
Yeah.
and they got a lot of blues. If Bobby was here, he would know because he's Mr.
Yeah.
Bench. But
It's kind of worst time for him to leave because of the 93s,
yeah,
but we'll go ahead now.
Aye.
A very high tension class because of the way, like, I believe same with the 83s that I've listened to on a few podcasts that there should be more than just one US Open spot because how big the nation is. Because there's so many threes that never make it to the world platform because of Joe B and 93s, well ball. Like there's
74's Park,
Jonathan
like
Keiko
Alex
too.
strikes it.
Yeah, Elliot, for example, as well. Like Elliot's not going to make it to Sheffield for quite a while, but
What, no,
93s.
Elliot.
Yeah. Will, he's a newcomer to the top of 93s, just out of the blue. What was it, like August last year? Was the later end of last year?
Yeah, he did a local meet, and it was like 900 kilos bang, and he
Yeah, it
came
was
up
like
to the camera.
920.
He's like, "Yeah,"
Russ?
yeah, he just skipped like 800 kilos.
Yeah, he just skipped
and
the
then he
800s.
just popped up on Everton. Yeah, he popped up on Everton's radar, and it was like, "Oh, this kid's strong," and he's like, "That's the best 93 total of all time." And
Yeah,
he's
he
like,
just beat Russ's total like a month later. Not even.
yeah, like he's 2006. He's younger than Charlie here, uncle.
He's a year
I'm
older than me.
2006.
Huh?
Wait, when's his birthday? Because I'm late in the year.
I think his is like around
I
US
don't-
Nats. It was like March. Because he turned
Don't
20
know
like
that
right after
information.
US Nats or something, or right before
He's barely older than me.
it.
What, Charlie? Why aren't you at Open Worlds right now?
I think it would be unfair if I was there. I have to let people have a chance of winning.
Oh, I'm
Yeah,
excited for
so
it.
Will being a newcomer to the top of 93s, and he hasn't actually had a lot of international experience, which I'll cover later. And then there's Emil Krastev, who is the king of the 93s, coming off Sheffield, trying to keep his crown. As I was saying earlier about the more US spots, I think that's sort of a hot take because of the fact that there's so much talent in the US compared to all the other nations. But again, it's only a world championship and there's other opportunities for that. Because I looked at the nominations and I was thinking there's a whole lot of people that's not there. Like Russ didn't make it back to Worlds, because I think he pulled out because of an injury. Did he? Or he just. Who was it?
Ross it was just too close of a turnaround for him. He couldn't recover from it. Sheffield didn't go good.
Yeah, he just kind of
Then you
he
have
described it as
Keiko.
driving so fast in a new Ferrari, being up a weight
Yeah.
class, something like that. So I have Will nominated first with 930, with 330 squat, 220 bench, and 380 deadlift at 19, 20-ish. Like he turned 20 in and around the time of US Nats at the start of March. Emil with nominated 920 in second. With 315 squat, 237.5 bench, and 367.5 deadlift at 28. So there's about an 8-year gap between the two of them in age. Then I have Imene Ibrahim nominated at third with 900 at 24. He had a 335 squat, 195 bench, and a 370 deadlift. So he's a big puller as well. They all are actually quite close on every
dark
left
horse.
bar from bench. What?
That Algerian guy is like he just popped out of nowhere. I haven't heard of him before.
Yeah, I didn't until I saw the nominations.
And honorable mention to Gustav Hedlund. He will
Yeah,
not be here.
Gustav, he
Um,
got pulled out of the national
Oh.
team for something to do with SPD promotion for the Swedish singlets. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, because they switched sponsorships to A7, but he was still under contract with SPD.
Yeah,
And then he sold SPDs, and then the Swedish Federation weren't happy and pulled his nomination. Which is
yeah. So he would have been in the
I meant
93s battle.
yeah, I meant to say this earlier, but like a lot of federations has taken so much talent away from Worlds.
Agata,
With the
Gustav.
Agata, Gustav, and the Indonesian 59. He put up like
Wahoo, Surya.
three
I butchered
Wahoo.
that. Wahoo, yeah.
4-year ban. 4-year ban.
I actually saw his
Oh,
story, and he was stood in front of a TV of the podium for the 59s. He's like, I'll be back.
yes, and he posted up like a winning total.
Yeah, at the same time or something.
Mental squat. Um, it's annoying to see all the talent getting stripped out of it.
Yeah, it's less
And
entertainment for us as well.
it's just politics. I hate when politics
Yeah.
gets in the way of powerlifting.
Yeah, any
Like
sport.
the whole situation with Agata. Agata should be going to Worlds right now, but because of a situation about her coach in World Games, she's not going to be getting going.
Yeah, because she didn't want to do
Um,
World Games without her coach or something.
it's frustrating to see because those those three people are literally some of the best in the sport. And they probably are getting banned because they're that influential, and they see this happening. They feel like they have to do something about it. Whereas if it was someone that was nominated 20th, they might not take any
Yeah,
notion about them.
because it's not over the top. Like, it'll affect who goes to Worlds, who goes to Sheffield, and who breaks world
They're
records,
taking
or who
so
keep.
much talent away.
But yeah, I have them nominated as the top three. Obviously, well is 10 kilos between him and Emil. I I'm gonna explain my just before I say the podium. Emil has a longer prep time because he competed at Sheffield in January, so an extra 4 weeks on top of what Will had. Since Will did US Nats at the start of March, so about a 4 week gap between when they actually started prepping for Worlds. I also think that Will has to travel further to Lithuania than Emil has from Bulgaria. So I'm not sure how he adapts to travel, same as what I've said with past Joe B experiences. And his last international was 2024 Junior Worlds in Malta. And obviously, as everybody knows, Will's been pretty out of the blue. He was posting 700s every now and again. He was missing a lot of lifts and a lot of past meets, and fully skipped the 800s right to the top of the 93s, all for some all out of nowhere. But for the podium, I have Emil, Will, and then I think, hold on, let me get this right before I say it. Christian, I am Dokun, who is nominated fourth.
Christian, yeah.
He's nominated at 82.5, so 17 kilos between him and Imene. I think he could possibly pull 900, pull it together, if
I
Imene
think
has a
you're
bad
correct.
day and pushes him off the podium. But I haven't looked at either's training, and as Bobby said, that Imene came out of nowhere. But I think it'll be a good battle between third and fourth and first and second. And I think Emil and Will be down to final pulls. Emil plays it safe to make Will overreach and possibly misses third deadlift.
Well, Christian put up a week 3 of 882.5,
So is
which so has nominated a week out, moving quite well. Deadlift PB. Is the taper going to do anything? He's looking nice going into it, and I think that he
and
has.
GB isn't too far.
Yeah,
I heard
he's
Danny
loaded.
Nelson said that Lithuania is like not very far in terms of flights. I don't
He's
even think you need a connecting flight for Lithuania.
he's loaded upwards of 375 ish to pull for stuff, and he's missed it, but because like he thinks that's within his range. And I think if he puts together his day that he wants, yeah, I think he could be a real podium contender.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, I think by the end of squats, William will be in first because of his 330 squat compared to Emil's 315 squat. both of their training looked pretty well, from what I remember. So I can't remember what lift was going pretty well for Emil.
Hill, I
But
think overall
Oh,
was going
deadlift.
pretty well.
deadlift. So I think
Emil
Emil
popped
could.
up out of nowhere pulling 375.
Yeah, so that's a 7.5 kilo on his nominated.
I
And
saw
he's benched.
Emil last training. It was like most recent training video. He put up 9:31.5. So that's big for him because that's 11.5 kilos over his nominated. Plus, it's in
Yeah,
range
and
of well.
1.5 over Will's nominated.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think
375 deadlift.
I agree with Emil going first. I think it's more so he has the age and experience that'll kind of
Yeah,
pop him over
and
well.
multiple Sheffield appearances, I think, was it? Or was it just
Yeah,
one?
he has been podiumed. He's podiumed at Sheffield, if not won it. I think Gustav won it, and he came second or something. I disagree. I think that Will has it. I think Will ball.
It just depends on if Will has too much ego.
No,
And
he has
Emil
a
knows.
he has a good
There
team
is,
around him. His
Mm.
380 looked comfortable. I think Will have the last say, and he will have to load something like 375 to 390, and I think he pulls it.
Mm.
I mean, he
And
has seen
then
it in the
if
future
Will
because
wins, he's the first 20-year-old to go to Sheffield.
yeah,
Agata
Agala? Oh, second, well.
maybe. I know Agata went when she was young, and she is young. And she has been about Sheffield and won it 3 times or 2 times
Or
or
three
something.
times? Twice, I think.
She's just like killing each weight class. She's 2 time Sheffield world champion.
Yeah.
She was
Two-time
there in
Sheffield, multiple-time
2024.
world champion in different weight classes.
he's just
Yeah,
going
and I
through
know.
weight classes like it's side quest.
Just picking off records.
Yeah, she's just gonna go from lightest to heaviest weight class and end up winning them all.
That's Bobby's bench goal.
Oh yes. No, I need to go down first.
200 bench at 74.
Yeah, so
So
Agala has 69 and 76 bench press, 69 deadlift, and currently the 69 total. Yeah. Which Bobby has now, 69s. Unless we have
yes,
anything more to say
69.
about the 93s. Sorry.
No. I think Will's. I think Will doesn't even have to cut into it. I've heard him on a few podcasts. He sounds very confident. He's put on his Instagram bio that he's already won it.
Yeah, I forgot to say about
But yes,
Aura
I've seen it.
gamble.
I've seen him put a lot of questions up when he pretended to be about 100 kilos, but he's
Yeah.
sitting in comfortably, and no doubt that Emil will have to cut from about 100 kilos down. And he will have experience with that, but he's also got experience missing a lot of bench attempts. I think it all comes down to if he puts his bench together.
Yeah. Because he'll make up a lot of the total on
Because
bench too.
yeah, he fell apart at Sheffield,
Yeah.
really. But yes, if we're moving on to 69s, I have got that class.
Yep.
So a lot of very good lifters. Probably I was gonna say one of the most exciting female battles to watch, but I'm just gonna say one of the most exciting battles overall in the world championships. It's probably up there with the just below the 120s for me. So we have a lot of headers. We have Carola Gara, we have Chandler Bob, we have Janae Kovacs, we have Megan Scanlon, we have Marie Jose,
Jose.
We have Annie Nelson, Marty, Marte,
Well,
something like that, and Jordan Bright and Anna Andorina. I'm not French. I can't pronounce that.
Andorina.
But yes, they're all sitting within from 540 till 588, so within 50 kilos of each other. The podium of this is very, very hard to predict. I'm just gonna go down it. Corolla Gara is very experienced. Chandler Bob came second or third, coming from the B group last year. And I think people forgot about her. And then she had competed earlier in the morning and still managed the podium. Janae is usually very loud, sort of like the Mike of 69 class, but she has recently got injured, and I wonder, is she coming back strong enough? If she didn't get injured, I probably would have said her to win it by about 10 kilos. But now the question mark is on it. Megan Scanlon is injured, is not injured, maybe. She claims to be injured. She squatted 212 kilos in her training. Her nominated total is 653.5, but we know that in the 69 kilo weight class, she has hit upwards of 680. In SBD Austin
You mean
or
580?
580, 580.
Yeah.
Yes, I get all these numbers mixed up.
Yeah, that's right.
You get the gist. Um, uh, and a few other ones haven't got training lifts up. Annie Nelson is always looking strong. I think she's dedicating her performance to her granda, so it will obviously mean a lot to her. I know that she's got a fundraising thing open at the minute for Marie Curie. And Jordan Bright, I was at Reform when she was doing her second last heavy training session, and she's looking well in form. I know that she's just hopped on another podcast, so I'm gonna listen to that later
I haven't
tonight.
actually listened to it yet.
Yeah.
Her and
But
Mark are on,
she's
isn't it? Or Matt?
Matthew Henry.
yeah,
Yeah, my bad.
yeah. There's a lot to cover here. But what I think the podium will be is Corolla Gara, Chandler Bob, and then Janae. It's hard to predict based on all the injuries. I think if someone slips up, third is definitely a stone's throw away from a lot of these lifters. I do think the squat record will fall twice. I think that Corolla Gara will take it, and then another lifter will extend it. So that's me throwing out my magical prediction from my crystal ball.
Do you think Jordan's good for a
But-
squat record?
I think she is. What we've seen online from her training is that she doubled 210, and if you're thinking, imagine that you doubled 210 kilos 2 months out, what would you be aiming for?
The record, probably.
But yeah,
Even if she breaks it and then Corolla takes it again.
yeah, I think Corolla will be playing for the chip, and I think that Jordan just will be a bit out of reach of the podium. But I think she'll be hanging there like a lot of other ones, Annie and the other 5 that I mentioned. It's going to be a real scrap, and it will be a very exciting one to watch.
I actually can't wait to watch it.
I do apologize, my
yeah.
wife on.
No worries.
It will be exciting, to say the least. But yeah, what's the thoughts in general?
I think you covered everything. I just can't wait to see. I can't wait to see Annie and Jordan both compete because obviously they're very close to home. I've listened to a lot of podcasts with Annie on it. Like you said, I'm gonna watch or I'm gonna listen to the one with Jordan on Barbells and BS tonight. Purely just because I've seen a lot of her squat training and I really want her to hit the squat record even for a few minutes. Really,
Yeah, I was
but
with Chandler on Friday. So she's flying out tomorrow, I think.
yeah, and I actually see so much of her squats that I sort of like whenever you see a lifter and you sort of implement some of their form in because I've started doing she keeps the bar very controlled whenever she walks out her squats, like the weight does not jiggle at all, or she doesn't start squatting until the bar is completely still, and I started implementing that. But like she is a very good squatter as well.
She is built to squat.
Yeah.
Literally, just if you see her, she almost stands in a deadlift stance and just up and down with the power of a horse. Like it's crazy to see in person. Like you see all these lifters doing these numbers online, and you're like, oh, that's pretty cool. But then you watch it in person, and you're like, that is mental that they're doing that way.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, there's levels to this game. Full stop.
Yeah. 105, Charlie.
Right, this to be honest, I really wanted 105s because it's like my favorite class. I just love watching the 105s. I have first. I think would be quite fairly obvious. Anthony McNaughton nominated in 980. Not the best performance from Sheffield. Still all right. I'd hope this one would be slightly better for him. Because I know he's gone on towards that first 1,000 kilo total as a 105.
Yeah, he keeps talking about
Yeah, big Shrek. I have second. Anatoly. I'm not gonna try and pronounce that last name.
Novop Smelly. Something like that.
Yeah, that. Nominated
That's the best I could do.
950. I know last year at Worlds, did he
Oh,
bomb out?
oh,
Was it?
touchy subject.
Yeah,
He's opened very heavy on deadlifts a lot of times.
very shaky squats as well. Like he had to. Did he not have to re-rack one of his attempts? The second attempt.
He's one of those lifters that can show up in the day or he might not.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting to see. I think he's gonna have another bad day.
I've second just based off nominations, and then third, Emil Norling at 935.
The Smiler.
I think I love it, Emil Norling. I think it surprises again with another sumo third attempt, just for the love of the game. Unless has anyone seen his training? Is he pulling sumo consistently, or is he?
I can do a little research right now as we speak.
He's a switch hitter.
He's a
I know we watched him in Sheffield and they came out and they weighed in as a 120. And I hit over his nominated total. I can't remember exactly what the total was that he put up, but it was a decent bit higher than his 105 total. I think that was just strategic play. I think the 105 and the 120 total were just very similar, and he was like, I'm not going to water cut into this. And then he decided to come out and had a really, really good performance and start doing some backflips and then like some coordinated dancing with his handler at the same time. And then he pulled his last one convention. He pulled his second last conventional and then his last sumo. So he's really exciting to watch.
He's just the embodiment of let's do this for fun in powerlifting. I don't think there's I don't think there's a single like serious thought behind his head. It's just like pure whimsy and joy all day.
Oh, you can say that again.
Pharrell Williams,
You're kinda
fun,
like-
fun, fun.
Oh, he's
My hot
definitely
take,
missing Sabrina Carpenter.
yeah. I think my hot take is Regan Sturgakis and Nathaniel Messiah are gonna
Oh
come
yes,
close to podium. They're
I
like
forgot about them.
Nominate
because they're sitting
the underrated
fourth and fifth nominated. I think
or fifth and
Anatoly has
sixth.
a bad day. Fifth and sixth, and then there's
Yeah.
the fella above them. They're all very
The French Don.
French.
They're-
Yeah.
they're all very close. I feel like Anatoly has a bad day. The fight for third place will between Reagan, Nathaniel, and your French fella. I think it'd be a close one to see. And it'd be good to
Yeah.
see. I
Um,
think also McNaughton will. I don't think he'll attempt the 1,000. I think he'll attempt to push mid-ish 980s, close
Yeah.
to 990s, just to leave it
Get the
till
just get the
Sheffield.
Sheffield ticket.
And then Sheffield he'll go break the 1,000 kilo total.
Yeah, because he won't be forced to load anything
Yeah,
because of the other nominated totals. Then there's no Keenan
But-
Lee to.
yeah, no,
No.
Keenan. This is the thing about Americans.
They need
all
more than
just
one.
fight each other. Yeah, they need more than one. Because
Yeah, he
America's
got
such a
very,
big
he got
nation.
very lucky.
Yeah.
Like Anthony and Keenan, they're both two very good lifters. They're very
Yeah.
Neither of
Close.
them had the day they wanted on Sheffield, though. So they're probably looking to bounce back a wee bit.
Yeah. Unless would Keenan come back from NIPFs, perhaps? Or is that a wrong assumption?
You see, I don't think he even lives in America.
Is it just US
From what I
citizenship
know.
but lives in Korea or something?
Yeah, I think
Yes.
so. Yeah.
So it's a lot of. I think it was the fact that it was a lot of traveling from Sheffield. And then a month later to show up at PA Nationals and put up a good performance.
Yeah, and still.
So I don't even think that
Australian.
we're gonna see him on the international platform this year.
Mm. More time for building.
Yeah, exactly.
More time for building.
1,100 total inbound.
Yeah. Closing in the 120 pluses.
Yeah.
Do you think Reagan goes 9 for 9?
No fainting.
I don't think so.
Go on to his open powerlifting right now and see his hit rate.
I
Let's see.
don't think it's very good. I know
It's not great. He's
Junior Worlds last year, did he not go 1 for 3 on bench?
I
Yeah.
think he's went 1 for 3 a couple times
I
on
think
bench.
he fainted on bench.
Yeah.
He's fainted on
He-
deadlifts. He's fainted on
Deadlift.
He fainted on deadlifts
bench,
twice in the one
squat,
session.
whatever.
Last year,
Uh,
last
yeah.
year? Worlds?
At this
He
year's
hit that on
Euros
golf.
in Malta, he did 1 for 3 on squat, 2 for 3 on bench, and 3 for 3 on dead.
And he probably fainted those deadlifts as well.
Yeah.
Oh no.
I-
The deadlifts were all in. 3 for 3.
Fainted though, like
Afterwards.
collapsed after he went
Oh,
off.
right after he got it, yeah, probably.
Yeah, he was walking off and then he loses
Yeah.
power and then his coach catches him.
Because like in his training, he's put up like 230, 240 on bench, but it's never paused. It's always touch and go. So
Brutal.
I think it's also
I don't
good
think he
to
trains comp standard
actually.
enough, which kind of throws him off. But
He also just pulled 370 beltless. Can we just say?
Yeah,
Yeah, but
They all-
what
yeah.
body weight?
because he
This is true.
Like whenever you see him, he
He's a-
is massive.
He's an exciting lifter to watch. To say because you never know what he's gonna do.
Stay awake or
Better
pass
to say
out.
that way. Because it's
Alright.
more unpredictable for us and more entertaining, I guess.
A big good to see what Nathaniel puts up as well. See if he puts
Yeah.
something
I
good. Because his nominated's not. This is
And
nominated.
that was a good day as
9:15.
well. That nominated was him on his best day at British. Because
Alright.
he had to beat the 105 that we mentioned earlier.
Dylan Sanchez. And
That
Jack Gilchrist,
right.
who was there.
Yeah, they tried to
Who was
load.
that?
They tried to load 432.5 kilos, got it to his knees.
Yeah,
Who did?
But yeah,
Dylan
I
Sanchez.
think Nate was a bit pissed off with a few predictions that he wasn't gonna be near podium. I think on King of the Lifts, they were talking about how he might have 920, and that's about it.
Yeah.
And I think he's pretty determined to show them up and show them. So he's coming in with a bit of fire under him, and something to prove, which could go well for him. It could also make him fall apart a wee bit because he might push too hard. But
That's
time will
unsure.
tell. Time will tell.
Adam, back in time for the 76s.
Yeah, my cat's just dropping.
Lovely.
So 76ers again, bias going against nominations and for the 76ers. But again, I'm going to butcher his name, so bear with me. Cranon Warford?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think, again, same as said with Perks, it's biased, but I think she'll come in and slip that first. Easy peasy. She's nominated at a 629 total, whereas Susanna Mazar is nominated at 586.5. Very big gap. Very easy to go in at first place. She's sitting at a nominated 240 squat, 127.5 bench, 261.5 dead. Again, she's a really, really strong squatter and a fairly strong deadlifter. Her bench is kind of just chipping the rest. Well, Susanna's anyway.
Neck on neck with the rest,
Um,
really.
Yeah, bench is quite tight, but she's kind of got that solid foundation for squat and deadlift. So I think not really much you can say about her. All well rounded, good lifter. Coming in at second for my nomination. Again, somebody I'm gonna say Susanna. Again, she's not really that tight with our third place or anyone else. Also very young. Wait, maybe add she's an 06.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're
First
both
Very,
open.
they're both
very,
second
very
and third are
young.
both juniors, I think.
Yep. She's very, very young, so it'll be quite interesting to see someone so young come up to the open stage and
No,
sit there and do that.
Clara isn't a junior. That was my bad.
It's
That
not
one
okay.
a juniors though.
So,
She's 24, something like that.
That's still young, like,
Yeah.
yeah,
in the grand scheme of things.
Yeah.
yeah.
On.
So she's sitting at 210.5 squat, which again, Warford just absolutely annihilates that. Sits at this is where we get a little bit competitive. She sits at that 125 again, nominated bench, whereas Warford sitting at 227.5. I think there's gonna be a bit of competitiveness there, and I think that'll set a lot for deadlifts, depending on how mentally resilient both lifters are. Because there is a 10.5 kilo jump between their nominate deadlifts. But by the way, both of them are going in training. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it was Susanna hasn't showed a lot of her training. I can't remember which one it was. I think
Sure.
it's her.
I know that she rocked up to a competition and pulled the national record conventional when she usually pulled sumo.
Shimu. Yeah. Yeah,
So she's just enjoying it.
she's there for the love of the game, like. But I think if bench can go the way of Susanna, it'll set a good fight up for gold for deadlifts. If Warford has a bad day, it opens a lot for Susanna.
Or Clara.
It's kind of one, huh?
Clara is also quite close on deadlift. They're all the top three are quite close on deads. What a 20
Yeah,
kilo
yeah,
split.
they are. Yeah.
What
Um,
what I can say about Cranon, that she's just put this up on her story 10 minutes ago, so this will give us a bit of context. A little life update. I'm currently 5 days out from Worlds as far as my adductor tear goes. I don't know if you've seen Adam, but she's been quite injured. I don't know the last
Oh,
couple of weeks.
huh?
I think I seen her squatting about 75 kilos. So Susanna might be in for it. An open title in her first year and open, but we will see. Obviously we
Yeah,
don't know how true this is. We don't know what extent she's injured.
yeah.
She
True.
says She thinks
There's a-
it's as good as she's gonna get. She's got her mobility back. Her strength is slowly working its way back up. Through all of this, I've been aligned with my purpose. I believe this injury came at the exact moment for a reason, not to break me, but to teach me. To, I'm grateful for the injury. Not being the easiest. I think that she isn't for putting up a very good total by the sounds of her.
well, I mean, as
And I think that opens the door.
for Susanna, 100%. Coming from someone who has spent a lot of their time powerlifting injured, injuries can only make you so stronger. Like every time I've got injured, I've always Johnny can vouch for me. Every time I've got injured, I've just came back that a little bit stronger.
Yep.
Injuries teach you a lot about yourself. They allow you to really dig into yourself and really test your foundations. So again, there must be a bit of truth coming from it, considering it's coming from Brandon herself. So Susanna's there.
This is PC
Susanna's
Crash
very
again.
good.
This computer's annoying me here. Hold on. I should be back now.
As a wise woman once said, "What doesn't kill you makes you stronger."
Exactly.
Kelly Clarkson.
If Susanna can pull, if Susanna can pull for that gold, it will be incredible. Again, like you said, it's her first year in. She's extremely young, so it'd be very interesting to see if she can pull that through.
Just breaking home for Poland.
Yeah,
Gonna
yeah.
be an interesting one.
Again, coming in for third.
Who is it? Rondell Hunt's wife is also competing in this class.
She's in 7th nominated.
Yeah.
Also, before we go on, I also wanted to say that 3rd to 5th nominated totals is really close.
Yeah, I was going to get there.
Clara's with 567, Mara with 565.5, and Bettina with 565. And the top 5 are also within a 5 kilo split on bench until the 6th person, who's at 100 kilo bench. And we don't see a closer bench until the Mexican girl in 13th. But it ranges from a 125 bench to a 130 bench in the top 5, so I think it would be a nice battle to watch too.
It'll be really nice. Hang on, I'm going to sneeze. It'll be really, really nice. I don't say it's unlikely, but it is unlikely to see Bettina.
Bettina or Bettina?
Yeah. It'd be nice to see her pull out for a bronze, given that she's British, biased to the British team, but it would be nice to see her pull through for us. But again, given now that we know that information about Cranon being injured, it opens a lot for, again, that whole top 5. It reshifts everything. So it'll be an interesting battle on the day to see what happens. 100%. There's a lot of room for a lot to happen. It'll be a very, very good fight to watch out.
And who knows, Cranon could be quite healthier than what she is right now.
Yeah, I mean,
a lot could happen in 5 days. Possibly, Bobby knows more about that than me.
I mean,
I
the thing
seen
is,
a video of her training in the airport, and I think she was guarding her injury a lot. And I think that all she was doing is a bit of a body weight glute bridge. So I doubt she's healthy enough to put up.
Yeah.
Maybe she's healthy enough to put up 600, and then that puts a challenge on Susanna's. But I don't know how much she
is capable.
I don't know. Yeah, it's going to be a question mark.
I mean, the thing is, though, right? The thing is, though, when you're injured, you'll always protect yourself a lot more than you are injured. If you know what I mean. Like you're always gonna overdo it a little bit to protect yourself. She might walk out, and she might just go full in, which will obviously not be the wisest decision. But certainly, again, there's going to be a good fight that day. There's a lot to open up for.
Yeah. 120 pluses for Charlie, unless anybody else has anything to say.
120s for me.
120s for Bob. I missed a class.
I missed a class.
Yeah, 2 classes.
And you missed the most exciting class.
Exactly.
Out of them all.
I'm willing you give you that one.
If you are listening this long, well done. We are.
You've reached the best.
On to the one. We're on to the one. I think it's only IPF Central and IPF Central listening this long just to get
Yeah.
memes of us.
Yep.
AJ, we know it's you.
Bang
Anyway,
on, we know it's you.
so so we've got a very exciting lineup. We have 9, 10 lifters that are within reaching distance of what basically won Open Worlds last year, which was 960 or something like that. So we've got an 8-man flight, and then Mo is lifting in the morning, and he's going to set the standard. So we've got Rondell Hunt just off of a ban, first international back. Well, excluding bench worlds or bench NAPFs. Etienne, which is the reigning champion, Ashton Rushta, Joseph McDonald, Josh Ngoka, Paras, Lucas, Anton, and then we're back to Mo. So the totals on nominated come out like this. They go 1,025, which I think we all know that Rondell's going to run away with it. But I think he's just not going to extend the world record and just going to punch his ticket to Sheffield and go. Yep, that's me around 1,010 kilos. I probably predict him as coming in very comfortably. Then it goes 984, 983, 975, 965, 957, 951, 945, 945, 945. So, like, you can see how close it is, which will probably mean that my predictions are going to be wrong. The big highlight for me is going to be Ashton's squat. I know that he put up that he has experienced a bit of an injury. He was at PA Nationals and he squatted 400.5 kilos, which is mental. And he did it at a body weight of about 111.
Yeah, he was
So
basically 110.
he's only going to get bigger. He is his training isn't moving as good as it was in PA Nationals, but like I don't know how much I'm going to take away from that. He's recently moved. I don't know how to like jobs. He's in the army and he's moved battalions or whatever you class it as. So maybe external factors means that he's not gonna show up on the day as good as he should be. The squat world record at the minute's in the 380s, which I think Ashton's gonna take on his second, and then jump till over 400
Yeah,
on
it's
his third.
386, so it is.
His 400 at PA Nationals moved very fast, but it looked top end. It's very difficult to describe if you haven't watched it before. It was
That's actually
very,
a
very
9-year
shaky.
standing record. So it is.
Very, very shaky. Moved very slow. And it's still standing because no one's done it internationally yet. But on podium, I have Rondell at 10:10 ish. It's unfortunate we don't have Bob there. I would love to see
Or
Bob
Nonso.
there. And imagine, sorry,
Nonso
or
as well.
not so, yes. But then that we would have lost another lifter in. There's too many.
We would have
120s
lost
that are
Josh,
good.
wouldn't we? If we had Nonso.
Yeah, Josh. So Josh was in there because Nonso was banned. But
Yeah, but
I have
doesn't discard him as a lifter.
yes. He'll be back in about a year's time. Rondell, Joseph, and then Ash. I think that Josh misses podium on grip issues. We've seen him put up 1,000 kilos in training before. Haven't seen him hold on to it. I think the grip was slipping in the training video, and obviously you haven't traveled. You can lift the bar when you want. You're not under comp standard conditions. I think Etienne comes in around 4th, 5th, 6th, somewhere like that. I think he tries to pull onto the podium and misses it. And just Rondell cruises. But yes, I think Mo's going to set a very good standard in the morning. But definitely the thing to watch, the session to watch if you're going to watch one of them. It's the big boys. They're all lifting a lot of weight, and I think it's going to
And a big
be
squat from Ashton, possibly.
I think it's going to be the only what is it the most amount of lifters that have lifted more than what 350 or 360 kilos on deadlift. I mean, if you
Yeah.
look down the deadlift, it's mental. So we're gonna see 390 nominated. We know that he's pulled 420 in training. 401, 380, 380.5, 380.0, 362, 386.5, 387.5, 367. Like, it is gonna be a deadlift battle like no other, and you
As it
should
usually is in the
watch the
120s.
watch the last 10 minutes of it at least, because it is gonna be
I'm
mental.
actually gonna. They left Saturday the 20th, or from 2 until 3:30, I believe. No, actually, from 4 until 7 British time.
I'm in work all day Saturday. That's made me sad. I want to watch that. Hopefully, I'm out in trolleys, whacking earphone in, phone in hand, pushing
Listen to the
trolleys.
commentary.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah, have you got anything else to add, basically?
I don't think so.
I agreed with your thing on Ash's 400.5 squat. Move fast, but yeah,
Does he have
there's
any
There were
kilos
some
on it?
people
Like,
saying that
not much more to give.
he could have done it for like 2 more reps, but like this 400.5 kilos.
They have like Ash he's a very good squatter. I've seen his training. Like he's a fast squatter. He's not really much to lose momentum coming out of the hole.
Blink and you miss it.
Yeah, he's kind of it's quick.
Yeah.
It doesn't move. Is
Also,
how
imagine what he weighs in, or imagine him filled out at 120. Because as
what?
we covered, a PA Nazi was like 111, something like that.
Yeah, he's slightly heavy 105 really.
Yeah, he could be a 110 in USPA or USPL or something. Yeah. Anything else?
Like a Moe's in the morning.
I think it's just a
because there's
big
it's an
flight.
8-man flight.
Yeah.
Yeah. They could have definitely made it like a 10 to 12-man flight and had that big long thing, because
Yeah.
those big boys are going to need a lot of rest. Let's be honest, but that could be a contributing factor.
Top 12 is
8
in the
minutes.
900s, and then 13th is 867, so he's not even clearing 900 on nominations. Like, all the nominations are pretty clear of 900. From
Yeah.
first to 12th. But yeah, 84s. Adam.
So, yeah, another division where first place is not really a contention anymore. We've got, again, I'm going to absolutely fucking butcher this, but coming from New Zealand, we've got Carlina Tongeto.
Tongatea. Tongatea.
Thank you. So, yeah, again, it's another one of those things where we don't really have to debate who's going to come in first. She's, I believe, someone can correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure she's about as healthy and as strong as they get at the minute. She's defending her open title, and she's just an absolute monster. She's got a nominated total of 628.5 kilos. She's got a really strong, a really strong squat, a really strong bench. Her deadlift is kind of where it falls down a little bit. When it will come to fighting for second, I think. She might pull through, but I have her definitely coming in at first. Between her second and third on the nomination list, for second on the nomination is Diana and third is Nicolette. There's only 7 kilos between them, but I'm going to go with an absolute absurd prediction and put Nicolette in for second. Only because not only do they match squats, and I think Nicolette will probably pull that through, maybe just barely chipping it. Her bench is higher, and where she dramatically slacks on deadlifts, I have seen in training that she is pulling through on deadlifts quite strongly. And then again, there is no really surprise podium there because Kristen is 30 kilos behind, even for nominations. There isn't really a surprise total there that you can talk about, really. That first place is almost guaranteed, and that second and third is gonna be a very tight battle. It'll be very exciting. It'll be very interesting, and it'll be a very, very good one to watch.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think Ziana will chip her deadlift record again.
Yeah,
Oh,
Yeah.
maybe
She went to
270.
Sheffield, was it? She
Yeah,
was one of the last reserves at Sheffield. She stepped in for, was it Agata last second?
I think so.
Carlina, interestingly, moving up from the 76 class and still being the highest nominated total. Amanda Lawrence was meant to be in this, but we mentioned earlier that she dropped out about 2 days ago. So I have Carlina at about 640. I was expecting a good battle between Amanda, but it just hasn't unfolded. Ziana, I think it's just gonna fall the way it lies. In that it's very easy to predict these off of first, second, third nominated. Nicolette, I don't think she's gonna have her best day. Not, but I haven't seen any of her training, but I don't think she's gonna have her best day based on that she got noticed that she's lifting 2 days ago. Probably because
Mm.
she's stepping
she
in for Amanda
she,
Lawrence.
she did get she only got told that she's left in 2 days ago, but she was training in prep for Worlds.
As a reserve,
Um,
probably.
yeah, she was
Maybe she
training.
got a wee tip off
Yeah,
that
so
Amanda wasn't healthy.
I do know she was training. She wasn't down to the T on training, but she was definitely training for it. And her deadlifts was something she was working on, I seen.
It's really
Yeah, I
Ziana
think this
that's
one's
going to have the
pretty
final say, I'd
clear
say.
cut.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anything
Else.
else?
No. Before you continue, I'm gonna have to go because I need to get ready for work tomorrow. Now that my weight classes are done. But
That's alright.
thank you for having me.
No worries. I also think that Ziana would have to have a great day to beat Carlina.
Yeah.
Just to add in there.
Oh man.
I
Yeah.
think I have Ziana in around 625 maximum. I think that's a bit high. But I don't know. I haven't seen any of her
Carolina has to
training.
mess up a wee bit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Carlina has to
Carlino will
mess
have
it up way bit to beat Ziana. Or to
Carlino would have
lose.
to have a great fall for Zana to come in there and take that way.
Yeah. I believe the squat world record is Carlina's, so I think she'll extend it as well.
Yeah.
She probably has a 76 squat record.
Yeah, she's the 76 record. That's
Yeah.
the current squat world record is Amanda's with 249.5, so I don't think that'll be broken. Yeah, her nominated squat is the 76 record. So I don't think it'll fall. I don't think Amanda's record will fall actually. Yeah, it's too big. Yeah, disregard that.
What is it?
Amanda's squat record is 249.5, and
What's the
Carlina's
total though?
nominated. The total is 647 from Amanda.
Well, I seen Carolina squat 240 in prep, so if she's smart, she picks conservative thirds. She hits around 630 total, and then it just cruises basically
Yeah,
through the day, and then gets her Sheffield invite.
yeah, I think that's it for the 84s. We'll let you go,
Yeah.
Adam.
All right. Well, I will see you next time.
Thank you for coming on.
Of course. Talk to you in a bit.
See you about.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. 120 pluses.
Right.
120 pluses.
Probably got
I
another
have-
heavyweight class.
Yeah. doesn't bother me. To be fair, I quite like the 120 pluses as well.
Yeah.
Jesus nominated first, a 1,110 total. Second, AJ Shawarma with a 1032.5 total, and third, the Turkish fella Senk Kokak
I
with
think
10.
Kosak, maybe?
I don't
We're
know how
so
to
bad at
pronounce it.
names.
It's
Yeah.
Turkish. I'm not a chance in the world. I think Jesus is going to go for. Was it at SPD Austin? He hit 430 deadlift. If I'm right,
Yeah.
I cannot
No.
remember.
it was
He
something
didn't hit
absurd.
4. I don't think he hit 430.
Why is my
I
open
think he probably
PowerPoint so
attempted it,
small?
but then grip gave out or something.
Yeah.
He is pretty bad on grip for deadlifts.
Hey, the
Most
stat, his issue is he's such a big guy that he
his
just
hands
runs into
can't.
issues.
Yeah, he did try
Um,
430, so he did at SPD
He
Austin.
He didn't
attempted it,
have
or
the
did he get
best.
it?
He attempted it, but he didn't get it because
Okay,
his best is 417. Otherwise, he
I
would have been
think he
nominated
attempts
at
it
430, I
again.
think.
Yeah,
He holds
think
the
he attempts
heaviest
it again.
deadlift in IPF.
History.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right on top of non-sos that was hit, like Avangus.
Yeah,
Or
but that's not
15 and a
recognized
half.
because it's not international comp anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think he. Okay, 430 at the window. I think he attempts just to go for 420 then. Something slightly lighter than the 430 he took, and maybe have a slightly resolved grip issue. I think for a hot take, he's gonna attempt to chip his world record with 478.5. But he fails. I think just straight out the hole, he gasses out first and second.
His
God
deadlift
help
record
those spotters.
Yeah.
or squat record?
His squat record's
What?
478. So he chips it by half a kilo.
Yeah, he didn't have the
What's his
best
nominate?
Open Worlds last year. He actually didn't qualify for Sheffield. He didn't hit 95% of the total.
Yeah.
He got injured on his first squat or something like that, and then he just fell apart during the day. So I think he's looking a bit of redemption.
I'd like to see him in Sheffield again. It'd be good to
Oh,
see.
Prime Jesus Sheffield 2023.
It's not the same without him.
Yeah.
Honestly, we went to 2024. We went to 2025, and the noise when he came out for that squat was like mental.
People see big weight and people scream.
Big weight, and
Big,
he's
big
just
weight.
he's dominating force. But yes,
Yeah.
who do you have in second and third?
AJ in second, and then I have third your Turkish fella. Just
Yeah, no, it's pretty clear.
AJ.
Top
I've
fourth.
seen his AJ squats have been picking up. That's really all I see from him. I've seen him jump with 300 and something kilos on his back,
Jump?
and I mean jump. Like the bar is flying off his back.
Big
God.
gun now.
Like Johnny,
And
look it up. He like actually throws the weight essentially.
Instagram?
He's one.
and Teamer. Have you thought about Teamer?
Is
Oh,
he?
Teamer's back, yeah.
Is he back?
Teamer is
Yeah.
back.
Where
Teamer is
is he?
back. Fifth.
Let's see. 985.
But he's hit more than that. Like he's deadlifted more
he's-
than 400 kilos.
Yeah.
I think he could be in for podium. I don't think
Yeah.
he'd
Right,
be
where
in
where is he
for
with where is he
winning.
jumping with this?
Hold on. I've seen it on TikTok and Instagram. Where is he?
You know who you're missing?
Who?
Ray Bowring. Ray Bowring.
Aye, because Ray is nominated at 25, 25, 25.
With 75 kilo total, but
Yeah.
he ran into The issue was he had an Article 14 section against him. He lifted for some American college team at USAPL or something like that, and then GB Fed was like, "We'll not pull you out of competition, but we're not going to nominate you in the A class." Which the battle between him and AJ was quite tight at British. So it'll be interesting to see how he sets the standard in the morning. I know that
I was wondering where
Matt
he was
Gary
because I've
is
seen his training
Yeah,
after
yeah,
his
Matt Gary. And
I
a
after his
can't
young
remember
guy
who
as
it was
well.
that was nominated very low.
because I
Yeah,
saw
young guy.
after seeing his equipped Euros, was it?
Can't
Or
remember.
where he
Not sure.
wherever he squatted 500 kilos, I saw that and I was like, that's
Oh,
cool.
mental. Yes,
I started following
that
him from that.
was GB Nationals, was it not?
Let's
He's
check.
also born in 2002, so you can imagine what he's gonna do in 10 years' time.
Yeah,
He is a young man.
young.
He
He
doesn't
hit
look it, but
24.
he hit 500. What is that competition? Whatever happened
He's
in January.
squad 500 equipped, I think.
Yes,
equipped. Nah, British Nationals equipped.
British nationals equipped.
I would
At
assume.
Raw,
I think.
he squatted in December. Is that 400?
Rainbow Ring.
Aye, 400 Raw. Yeah, so
400
find
raw,
AJ.
500 equipped. Yeah.
AJ's done well. I normally follow his squad because his squad's very nice. He's a very strong squatter. Where is this? I need to find this so I can show you because he literally does throw it. AJS.
Maybe
We
TikTok's
will.
better
We
for
will
searching up.
let's see it in our own time.
Hold
But
on.
yeah, I still think Jesus is gonna come out on top.
Yeah, he's
Close enough
pretty
to
obvious.
the total world record. Get him back in Sheffield. Praying he has a good day.
Yeah,
Unlike last year's Worlds, which was sad, very sad to see. Just kind of is one of the big dogs.
because I heard some people say it's not Sheffield without Jesus because of the first Sheffield.
It just ain't.
No.
Yeah.
And
84
Amanda not
or
being there
sorry,
won't be the same.
Amanda too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like we said
84
earlier, a whole
plus is
lot of
good.
people that's not going to be there.
I am here for the last class.
We're not
It
doing
really-
too bad. We're at 2 hours.
Yeah, it really is Sunita versus Brett show again, and it is probably one of my favorite rivalries. After Sunita and Brett, it falls off by about 60 kilos.
Yeah.
So bronze, you could throw it up between anyone. But what I'm most concerned about is this battle at the top. They've both run into technical issues. And they're lifting Sunita probably more than Brett. But Brett has her deadlift issues. Sunita has her lockout issues, soft lockout. Sunita has her depth issues, double unlocking of the knees. But she is so strong. It's crazy. It's like, and obviously, what Sunita has is her squat, and if her squat lines up, she's winning, in my opinion. Unnominated, she has about 20 kilos on Brett. Yeah, she's got the squat world record at like 318 or 320, roughly. She took 320 for double, and then she took 340 kilos last week, which I still can't get my head around 340 kilo squat.
That was mental to say.
Who's that, Sunita?
And it moved nice, and it looked to standard. Like the issue with Sunita is the jury always gets involved. And I think it will depend on the refs on the day. As much as you hate to say it, like you want you want to be able to say every ref would call that good or every ref would call that bad, but there's always a question mark on it because it's always 2-1 either way, good or bad, and then the jury looks at it and they usually overturn it. So yeah, I'm predicting Sunita to take 340 kilo squat if she's smart, 330, 335 if she's not feeling great on the day. But I think that sets her up perfectly just to cruise ahead of her and not have to take a really stupid deadlift attempt.
So Sunita pulls win?
Sorry?
Would you say Sunita wins?
I think Sunita wins, but I think Brett will pull for it. But then I think Brett will lose on grip.
And then
As strong as she is, she's been so close to 300 kilos for like so long. And yeah, what else? The great Breton lifter, Aquin. Is that how you say her
Akeem?
name? Aquin. I
Akeem?
apologize.
Not the
Deadlift
first time it's
is.
mispronounced.
I've probably got her on winning on deadlifts. Not winning total, but winning the deadlift battle.
Yeah.
For 288, look, her deadlifts just always look so nice. And I've seen her pull some crazy numbers, and I know that she has attempted 300, but just hasn't got it yet. But that is my prediction. I think it'll be quite controversial as it usually is with referees and stuff.
And then since
Jury interference.
the nominations are nearly 20 kilos apart between the two, but I'm looking at open
Yes,
powerlifting and I'm seeing that Sunita did 751. Sunita had 751 at Sheffield and Brett had 750. Also at Sheffield.
Yeah, it's neck and neck. Like,
So it's like, do you reckon? I mean, well, that's probably just a given that they'll both go to Sheffield and battle out again. I'd say
it's a
whoever
tough
gets second
decision.
gets the wild card.
Brett squatted 300 kilo multiple times now,
Yeah.
so it could go either way. Depends on the standard of lifting.
Yeah. Is that all you want to say for the
Sunita v
84s?
Sunita v
That's all I've
Brett's,
got.
like
Sorry, Charlie.
the map. Sunita v Brett is almost as big as the Bobby versus Matt Flan rivalry.
Yeah, they almost
Oh.
squat as much as me.
Just a few kilos more.
Just
Right. I also
Bobby's
put up
300.
Bobby 350 squat.
350 equipped, 700 bench.
equipped lifting's just easy, isn't it?
Yeah.
Shout out asylum lifters. Never been one of you. Sadly.
Do
Shout
some real
out
lifting.
AJ and NIPF Central.
Do you think NIPF Central is a equipped lifter?
Yes.
That's I because they make the niche equipped lifter memes and no one knows equipped lifting bar the asylum ones. So
They're just like their own group of like equipped lifters, but we love everybody in the NIPF anyway.
yes.
NIPF Central, please stop going after me.
And don't
Please.
go after me again. I did want to be featured in one of the posts. No, I don't want to be. So
I'm happy
That's
enough.
so
I
sad.
got
No, it's
turned into a meme and I don't care.
It's not fun getting featured.
I also put up a story the other day about any hot takes that anybody wants to have
Oh, yes.
before Worlds occurs. I only got one, besides Matt Flanagan talking about World Cup. So we're gonna read out the only one
What did
that I
Matthew
got.
Flanagan say about the World Cup?
He said both teams score on more than 3.5 corners. I went into DMs with him to ask him about what that means.
He loves the bet.
And
He loves the
and
bets.
and then he
Paddy
just kind
Power.
of started waffling, so I left him on red. Peter Bridges said 6'7", and the only reasonable response I got was from Sophie McMullen, which I actually kind of thought this was a pretty interesting hot take, so I do want to cover it. That there should be another weight class for women over 84 pluses.
Yeah, I think.
Because, sorry, Charlie.
Because like with the 84s, because even Emma Willis was saying this, alternate strength, the coaching game forth, she was saying that there's the people in the 84 pluses who are like pushing triple digits here, like
Yeah.
120 pluses. I think there should be, for something for the 84s, I think it should be split slightly more, maybe like a 90 class and then like a 100 plus class or something.
Yeah,
It's
Sophie said her reasoning for this
theoretically,
was because a 85 kilo woman competing against a 120 plus woman isn't fair in the sport.
it's great, and like I would love to see a 92, 93, 94, 95 kilo-ish weight class, because I know that
Sorry, 2 seconds. Keep talking if you want.
it pushed like Listus, the Irish lifter, used to be really, really shout out Johnny's mom.
Mrs. Ross.
She was really big in the scene and in the junior scene, and then she moved to opens and she fell out of the sport because she was around 95 kilos, and obviously she's not going to cut under 84, but she was squatting whatever 220 and benching 120 and deadlifting yada yada yada.
Sorry, who was it? Because I sort of missed that part.
Listus lifts. She went on Gladiator. She's retired powerlifter now. She competed for Ireland. I think it is quote unquote unfair. Because you see the lifters in that weight class that are just like, to be competitive in the 84 pluses, you have to be 150 kilo.
Yeah, like the likes of Sunita and Brett are weighing in their best totals. They're weighing at 134 and 139. That's like 60 kilos clear of the weight boundary.
Yeah. But it's the same thing as men.
Yeah.
When you look at Jesus
Olivares.
when you look at Jesus Olivares, he weighs at his
180.
prime 180 something kilo. And like, if you're a 130, 140 kilo man, there's no competing with that. So I think in theory it's a very good idea to implement another weight class, but then it's a thing of you'd have to send out another invite, and then there would be the whole of the international scene would then bring 9 lifters instead of 8.
Yeah, and there'd be
and then you
more
would
women coming than there would be men, sort of thing.
extend worlds by a day, extend Euros by a day. But I think from an inclusivity sort of aspect, it would be benefit the sport to, because I know that males or females that are probably 10 kilos heavier than the class, and they're just not built to be under that 84 or 120s. They're probably pushed away from the sport because they instantly become a lot less competitive. Because like, if you look at the total PB, the total world record for over 120s or over 84s and under 84s, they're probably 100 kilo apart.
Yeah.
They are 100 kilo apart. Whereas
good difference.
The lower weight classes are literally just add 20 kilos, add 20 kilos, add 20 kilos, add 20 kilos, and then all of a sudden it's plus 100.
Big, massive jump. Yeah. And else we want to cover?
I'm gonna compete in the 140 kilo weight class. When
Michael Collin, you didn't hear this?
Michael Collin did hear this.
Oh, he did? Oh.
No. I told him I wanted to be a 93 and he told me no.
Bobby wrote 59s.
The 59 kilo experiment.
Sub
A 74
like
kilo experiment.
sub 1% body fat, Bobby Wilson.
I can barely make 83s. I can barely make means I can barely make 74s. And Bobby
Oh,
is weighed in exactly
makeshift
83
sauna.
kilos.
Maybe the method's 4 sweaters, not 3.
It was perfectly planned by Mike. It was
Makeshift
planned to a
sauna.
T.
So everything,
We
yeah.
didn't want it.
Yeah, seems like everyone.
But yeah, that rounds us at about 2 hours 15. Nearly closing in on Bobby's very long podcast episode.
I
But
walked
yeah,
for too long.
yeah. Well, you were drinking at the time, so you yapped a bit more.
Oh, no, I wasn't. I wasn't.
Bobby and
Apple
his big
juice.
night.
No, I don't
Right,
know.
we're not bringing that in. But yeah, I would say thank you to everybody who responded to the poll. But wait, I mean, well, thank you to Sophie
Thanks, Sophie.
for giving in the one good hot take,
Normal.
the one normal
Sophie the
response that we
goat.
had, but it was only up for a day, which so probably not a lot of people seen it. And if you got this far, thank you for watching. I really appreciate you sitting and listening to us yap. And thank you to Adam, who has left, and Bobby and Charlie for coming on and spending 2 hours yapping about open worlds. Yeah.
What else would you be doing on a Sunday night?
Nothing.
Cameron would have been like all for this because he loves powerlifting and he loves watching powerlifting.
Yeah, he knows so much about powerlifting, you know.
Cameron, the open powerlifting worlds is more exciting than the World Cup. Hot take. That's my hot take.
It's a cold take.
Cold take. Right. Thank you everybody for listening this far, and good night.